with a 69% unfavorable rating. By contrast, only 31% have an unfavorable view of John Kasich, and 39% view Bernie Sanders unfavorably. So why are all the poll leaders viewed so negatively? With us now to analyze from Washington, Kirsten Powers, a Fox News contributor. Kirsten, this might be the only time that I can remember ever where we're going to elect the president that we don't like. Usually we don't like the president after they've been in office. Now we don't like them going in. Could you imagine how bad these numbers are going to be after these guys have served a few years?
Well, I mean, we do have to wonder, though, because it could be also that these numbers are as bad as they are because this has been such a rough race. So if you go back and look at the trajectory of them, the favorabilities, they were never great, but they've definitely, their favorabilities have dropped and their unfavorabilities have gone up as this race has gone on. And it's been much worse on the Republican side if you look at Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. And I think that's a reflection of the race. I think a lot of people just don't like the way that they've behaved during this race.
I think Donald Trump has a chance, though, to move his numbers because he showed he can move his numbers. He did it in the Republican primary, went from single digits to double digits. Also, favorable numbers went up. They're going down a little bit now because he does so much media and he takes so many risks, whereas Hillary Clinton never does any media, never takes any risks, totally gun-shy. I think her negatives are locked in.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that, I know you have a certain view of Hillary Clinton, but I don't think it's necessarily true that if the more people see her, the less they like her. I think there are some people who actually like her more the more that they see. They are surprised at how substantive she is or how much she knows.
Can you name that person?
It's possible that I talk to people all the time, actually. I talk to people all the time who say that when they've watched her in the debates that they have sort of, it doesn't comport with sort of what they're seeing, the coverage of her in the media. I think with Trump also, look, if he decides to sort of pivot and try to maybe dial it back a little bit on some of the stuff that he's been doing, I do think that he could improve his numbers. I think that he has a likable side, the same way Hillary has a likable side, and they have to just show that more.
Right. I think Trump's problem is he's just offensive to people, but people still like him. He's very entertaining, and people enjoy seeing him. They enjoy watching him, whereas Hillary Clinton...
Speaking for yourself, Jesse.
No, I mean, look at the ratings. You have tens of thousands of people going out to hear him. You have these on every TV show. The ratings go up. I mean, he is an entertaining guy. He was in television for a long time. You can't deny that. But I'm saying Hillary is unlikable because she's unlikable. No one wants to have a beer with Hillary Clinton.
Like what? This is like his unlikability numbers are much higher than hers. So what are you talking about?
Higher. Wait a second.
Oh, yes, they are.
Not
what
much
are they? 55, and his are almost 70. And you're trying to suggest that somehow she's less likable than he is? Look, I mean,
not only that, I'm talking about levels of trust too. I mean, no one trusts her either.
Right, but I think that he could turn his numbers around. It's a little harder for her in some